Marisa's most ubiquitous anti-air seems to be Crutch Hard Punch. It's very tall with a recessed hurt box that makes it pretty good at sniping jump attacks without trading. It is possible to charge it as an anti-air, and then you get a juggle, but it requires very fast reaction times or a very slow jump arc, so I think it's usually unrealistic. It's very tall, but not very wide. Empty jumps from far out might be able to bait your button. From these ranges, Light Uppercut is actually reliable. Unlike the other two versions, it seems to have some upper body invincibility, and good enough speed to be a functional anti-air. But from close, you can go underneath the opponent with it, so Crutch Hard Punch is better there. For the record, EX Uppercut also seems to have some jump normal invincibility, but the forward movement and reach are bigger than the light version, so it's even harder to space correctly. If it works, you can get some really powerful anti-airs. You can meet opponents midair with double jump medium punch. The damage is good, but you do have to react to the jump a bit more quickly. While all of Marisa's supers can technically anti-air, none of them seem particularly reliable about it. It's also possible to anti-air with Marisa's parry, but I think it's overly risky and not especially rewarding. Marisa doesn't seem to have a good reaction answer to fireballs besides Super. Super 3 is the best since it works from insanely far out very reliably. Super 2 actually works surprisingly well too, but it depends on how wide your opponent's character gets for their fireball animation. For the record, most characters in SF6 get pretty wide. Level 1 Super works, but you need to do it very quickly to punish the better fireballs of the game, and it's horrible if you miss it. Dive Punch can both armor and jump over fireballs based on timing. Additionally, it's safe on block. While it's generally too slow to use on reaction to a fireball, it's not overly risky and beats them if used predictively. Light is probably the best version most of the time due to its relatively quick startup. Marisa's general reversal is EX Parry. It's active frame 1 and very fast. If it hits, you're point blank and +3, and you can go for command grab or instant normals. It can be grabbed, and if you get grabbed, it's a punish counter, so it's quite risky. EX Gladius also has frame 1 armor, but it's so slow the attack you armor might recover before you can punish it. And the same goes for Super 1 actually. And since both EX Gladius and Level 1 Super are armored rather than invincible, they both lose to throws. Marisa's most effective reversal by far is her Level 2 Super. The startup is fast and it's genuinely invincible, which means it works against both throws and hits. But since it's a Level 2, it's quite expensive and rarely available. Marisa's Level 3 has frame 1 invincibility as well, but the long startup means it can be safe jumped or beaten by certain melee attacks. Almost all of Marisa's special moves are safe on block actually. The Gladius versions are all barely minus with huge pushback. They're -5 at worst and plus if she charges them. All versions of her Dive Punch are +2 on block. Her step kick is -6 for light and EX, but they can be spaced to be safe. Medium is -4, so situationally safe, while heavy is always safe at -3. Marisa's only truly unsafe on block specials are her uppercuts, which are always -16 and don't allow you to do the follow-up on block. As well as her stance overhead combo and low enders, which are unsafe since they have such a potent mix-up with each other. With all that being said, both the step kick and the dive punch can be drive impacted, and there's no real way for Marisa to prevent that. Besides canceling the step kick to level 3 if you have it. If the opponent is looking for reaction drive impact, you might be able to get them with charged Gladius, which breaks armor. And you don't have to worry about the startup since you can just armor the drive impact. While somewhat more difficult, Perfect Parry is also a very practical response to all of Marisa's charge attacks, and she genuinely has no way to prevent that. So if the opponent shows Perfect Parry, you should probably just stop using charge attacks entirely. Marisa has huge limbs, which means big pokes, but everything is slow. Stand Medium Kick has really long range. Low Medium Punch has big range and can be cancelled. Stand Hard Kick goes really far. And you can charge it to vary the timing in neutral. Charge Stand Hard Punch takes a big step forward and is plus on block. Even if you do the target combo, actually. Towards Medium Punch has big range and decent speed, unlike most of Marisa's kit, and it raw confirms a couple of target combos. Naturally, many of Marisa's special moves can also be used as pokes. Your best combo starter after jump ins and the like seems to be Back Heavy Punch, which has 8-frame startup but not the greatest range. From here you go to her Heavy Uppercut and follow up, and then you've got a couple options. I think the best enders for damage are her Heavy Gladius or her Overhead TC. But you only lose a smidge of damage from Light Step Kick. You get much better corner carry and Okizeme, so I kind of like that route. Back Heavy Punch can be charged, so if you've got a longer punish window, you get some new routes. The simplest, and I think strongest meterless one, is just charge back hard punch to regular back hard punch, then your normal combo from there. Spending some meter to increase your damage from these routes seems like it would be simple, but you'd be surprised. EX Uppercut ground bounces, but actually does less damage than Heavy Uppercut, which also ground bounces, so that's out. Marisa's other EX moves only get a combo extension in the corner. And while you have various ways of getting a combo extension with Grounded Drive Rush, they don't actually increase your damage much. Unless you want to use a couple of Drive Rushes. Of course, after Heavy Upper, you can use a Drive Rush to get a normal to juggle. This actually sets up a safe jump for Marisa, and considering this only costs one drive bar, I think it's not a bad investment at all. If you want to land level 1 super, you can just land it after Heavy Uppercut. The damage increase is workable. The best confirm into level 2 is probably from EX Gladius, which you can just land from back hard punch. Doing something longer increases scaling too much. Using the Heavy Gladius seems to be a good route to her level 3, again using a short combo to minimize scaling. Now, Marisa can generally start her combos with back hard punch, but not always. Stand Medium Punch is a frame faster and only has a hair more reach, but sometimes those little differences are make or break, and you're going to be starting with Marisa's Medium Punch TC. It has different and generally worse conversions than back hard punch. You can't end in Heavy Uppercut, you have to end in Medium, which lacks the combo extensions. It actually does more damage to end in Medium Gladius, but the Uppercut has much better Okizeme, which is more important usually. Here, EX Uppercut is actually very valuable, since it gives you the ground bounce you can't use normally. The damage increase is good for 2 bars. Drive Cancel is also much better than your meterless route here. If you want to land level 2, EX Gladius still works. Marisa has 3 main ways her combos change in the corner. First, after any combo to Heavy or EX Uppercut, you can do Charged Back Heavy Punch, then Juggle Heavy Gladius. I still see a lot of people using Charge Down Hard Punch to Medium Gladius as their corner ender. That's generally available in the same places as Charge Back Heavy Punch to Heavy Gladius, but it's weaker, so it's usually suboptimal. That being said, the Crouch Hard Punch launcher allows for a Midair Drive Rush, so it's optimal if you plan on doing that. Second, EX Dive Punch causes a wall splat, and from this Marisa can combo pretty much anything, including a command grab actually. It also combos to a full charge level 1, which is pretty strong. Finally, you'll actually be close enough to the opponent for EX step kicks wall splat, allowing much easier conversions. Here's a couple sample wall splat combos from Marisa. Marisa might have the stiffest light normal combos in the game. Her only natural light normal links are crouch light kick and crouch light punch, which freely chain to themselves and each other. And from there you have exactly one special cancel, light uppercut. Marisa can't get a combo when drive canceling crouch jab, everything is too slow to link. And all of her EX moves are too slow to combo. If you want to go into super, only level 2 and level 3 work. Going through light uppercut lowers the damage of level 3, so just cancel straight into it if you can. Marisa has very few normals that link together, almost all of them are off of charge normals. If you charge heavy punch, it's +6 and you can link a light. Charging her overhead is +5 and you can link crouch light punch. Towards hard kick can be charged for a link into back heavy punch. This is generally a marginally worse version of her charged back heavy punch link, but it does have a bit more reach to offset its worst startup. Marisa also has a few single hit confirms. Towards medium punch can be confirmed on hit into either of its target combos, as I mentioned. The low ender always works on hit, which makes it a bit more reliable. The kick one whiffs on crouching opponents, making the confirm somewhat harder. You have to confirm their standing too. But unlike the low follow-up, the kick ender combos to super, making it more powerful if you can actually do the confirm. Towards hard kick also confirms its own target combo. Because many of Marisa's cancels are safe on block, it is feasible to use them to confirm her level 2 or level 3. You do have to be mindful of the ranges though. Counter hit medium punch links to crouch light punch. Same for counter hit heavy punch. Charge heavy punch links to back heavy punch. And charge overhead gives you target combo. For huge punishes like block shoryukens and the like, I think Marisa just uses her charge back fierce combos I already showed. The extra frame advantage doesn't mean much when her starters already have so much frame advantage. You do get a link from charge back hard punch into towards hard kick, which gives her a route to EX step kick that's pretty great in the corner. The only move she has that changes properties on punish counter is stand hard kick, which now launches. This is useful for the combos to medium or EX step kick, as well as level 1 super. But it's not useful for damage maximization as far as I can tell. If you need to punish something far away, like a blocked sweep, I think your best bet might be something like towards hard kick, which goes to heavy uppercut, but even that is often too slow. If it is too slow, stand hard punch TC might be your best hope at a long range punish. And failing that, maybe just low medium punch. Note that it can go into heavy gladius if it's a punish counter. If something's -6, Marisa can do her light punch target combo to pick up a punish. The 2 hits only combo on counter hit or drive rush, and from there you can get medium gladius, medium uppercut, or light step kick. If something's -8 or more, she gets back hard punch into her medium punch TC. If something's only -4 or -5, she only gets crouch light punch. Crouch light punch links to her medium punch TC on punish counters, so her -4 conversions are actually okay. From lights, I already mentioned you get nothing on a drive rush. From literally anything else, I think you just go to back hard punch. As I just showed, from there you get heavy uppercut, which I think is usually optimal for the ground bounce. But you can also do our medium punch TC, which has a bit more freedom for extensions. In terms of drive rush starters, drive rush low medium kick links to crouch light punch. And same for drive rush overhead, though that feels a bit slow. I mentioned Marisa's jump medium punch target combo. If you do one hit only, you actually can land and pick up a combo. The most reliable ender is level 2, but situationally you can do some other things. If you get a midair drive impact crumple, fully charged medium gladius seems reliable. When the opponent is burned out, all of your dive punches, step kicks, and gladius do real chip damage and are safe or even plus on block. The opponent also loses the ability to use drive impact or drive parry against them, so all you have to watch out for is reversal supers. As for approach, towards medium punch advances a lot and is +1 on block. Same for stand hard punch. Marisa's parry will work against the drive impact without interrupting it, and Marisa is +15 afterward. This allows for punishes that work even if you're burned out, but you don't deduct as much of the opponent's drive meter. That's all I've got for now. As usual, please comment anything I may have missed from myself and other players.